everyone, it's Lynette with Grammy Crochet. How are you today? I'm doing wonderful. I know I'm still lacking on the videos. I apologize for that. We are in Ohio now, on our headed back towards our permanent campground in Ohio, in the Hartville area of Ohio. And so right now we're just a little bit north of Columbus, I think. It's a real nice campground. You have to be a member to be here, and we are not members, but they wanted us to come and see the place and, join the membership. We're not doing that. I don't think it would be beneficial. If we were younger and going to do this full-time RVing for a lot longer than what we're going to do it would be a good thing. But we're probably only going to do this for a couple of years, and then we feel like we won't want to do it anymore. We're enjoying ourselves, don't get us wrong, but we never plan on it being like a lifelong thing. But for a couple of years. So, excuse me. So, that's where we're at with that. I have a couple of things to talk about as far as this is a crochet video, not a camping video. But you guys are always interested in where we are, so we are headed home, still heading home. But our campground isn't open yet. My next move after talking with you is going to the campground, or calling the campground, and seeing what's up with them and when we can pull in. It will open May 1st, but they're talking opening early, which might mean as early as tomorrow. So otherwise I gotta find a new campground. So that being said, I have a couple of things to show you, and one is what I am wearing. This is the flower crochet top. The tutorial will be listed in my description box below. So this is the design of it, and yes, I'm wearing a tank top underneath, because it's all full of holes, but the whole pattern is this all the way around both sides. And I will put in some pictures right here in front of me, and talk as I show you the pictures. So it's reversible, and so to crochet it together, I don't know what they said to do in the video. I just did my own thing, because you're supposed to put sleeves on it. I didn't want sleeves. I wanted it to be a more summery garment. And I just wanted the cap. I knew I would have a cap sleeve to get it big enough around my body. The pattern is, to make one flower, is 25 stitches across, and then it's 7 or 8 rows tall. So that being said, I to get it to go around the bigger, fluffier parts of me, I knew it would be big in the top, across here. The girl that I saw wearing it, she was a little tiny, and she probably only used 2 patterns. I used 4. So in her using 2 patterns, it probably ended here, because she had sleeves on hers. And she had a jacket on over, because it was, cool out. It was cold outside. And so I didn't really see the sleeve parts, but I know that they had sleeves. She had a shawl on over it, that's it. And so I could see that she had a sleeve with a ruffle, so maybe she did extra to make it ruffly around there. I wasn't doing that. I just want it like this, and I just wanted a boat neck. So I single crocheted, as you have seen by now in the pictures. I did a single crochet stitch to just where it would be boat neck. So I single crocheted in that distance. I'm 100 stitches across, and I think 52 stitches, 27 on each side, I think is what I crocheted in. And I just single crochet joined. And then up the side, I did a single crochet to sew it together, and then around, around the edge here, and across around the bottom edge. I did not do it across the top edge because, well, I did on the back, actually. It has a single crochet, but you can't tell. So I wasn't gonna, because now I'm working in brown, and I didn't know if I have enough, like this, there's a little bit of this light pink here. And I didn't want it to not match, and you can't tell that I didn't do the single crochet unless you really examine it. And I don't think anybody's going to look that close at it, particularly with the seam on the inside. I like it with the seam on the outside too. Like, you could wear it either way. Roy prefers it with the seam on the inside. And the more I look at it, I think I kind of do too. But I do like it both ways. At first, I liked it better with the seam on the outside, but the seam doesn't match the colors. So with it on the inside, I mean, these colors still don't match, but the seam doesn't stick out and not match. You know, when I picked out this yarn, I wasn't thinking it's self-striping, not variegated. So the back is solid browns and the front has pinks in it. And I did the front first, and I pulled from the inside of the inside. It started with the brown, and then it went into the pinks, and then whites, and then into the light browns, and then the dark brown. Well, when I started the back, I started from the outside and did the dark brown because I had finished with the browns on the front. So I thought, oh, well, now it'll go together. That was the wrong way to do it. Or I should have put it together the opposite direction and made this part the bottom, which I could have easily done, but then I wanted the pink part around my face, not the brown part. So I probably should have thought it out better, or I had purchased 2 cakes and just started them at the same spot in both cakes. But I knew I wasn't going to use 2. After I got done with, like, almost done with the first panel, I knew I wasn't going to use 2 of these. These are the Mandala bonus that you get at Walmart for like $10. And the color is Meowth. And I knew I wasn't going to use both of them, so I gave one of them to my friend Bree, her daughter, because she crochets, and she's always wrapping our mom's yarn stash. So I thought, I'm not going to use it. And there's a lot of yardage in here. I have that part covered up. Let's see, it's a 3-weight, and there's 1,100 yards in here. 1,080 meters. It's 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, and it's 100% acrylic. So she can make some stuff out of this for herself. She's a skinny little thing. She could probably make a couple of clothing items or whatever she wants to make. And I knew I wouldn't. So, I knew I wouldn't use it all. So I guess I could have color controlled it better, but I like it. I'm happy with it. And I really love the pattern, and I will wear this. So that's a win-win factor for me. So, and I'm thinking, remember I made those fingerless gloves, and I made them out of cotton? I really like them, and I'm thinking I might make a pair, not out of this pattern, because it would be way too many holes, and it wouldn't fit around my hands right, but like a longer pair to go here to match. If it gets chilly, I could throw my gloves on, because I think I might have enough, and that might be kind of fun to do. And it's, I don't know, they won't match though. So, I mean, either arm, the arms won't look the same, but the colors will all go together. So, I don't know, I may or may not do that. So that's the first thing that I finished. Then I did my washcloth from Laura at Man Mimi's Crochet. Laura from Man Mimi, kinda, you know what it is. So my Lala is doing the 52 dishcloths, and I'm trying to keep up. I think I'm missing 2 of the spring ones, and I think we're only on the first summer one. She likes to do, her plan was always to be a season ahead, so that when that season comes, you have the washcloths for that season. So we're into spring, and we can use our spring washcloths. But we've started the summer washcloths. This is a book by Annie, from Annie's Crochet, and I did get this on Amazon. So far we finished the winter line, which is here, and the, I guess, no, that's fall. Oh, the spring line, which is here, and here. So now we're doing the summer, and that must be this row because I did this one. This is the one that we just did right there. It is called, so every week she picks one, Laura picks one, and in a year we should have them all done. So this one's called Tropical Breeze, and that's what it looks like if you use her colors. And I used similar but not quite. So it's all kitchen cotton, and this is mine. I have to send her a picture of it. I don't think I sent her a picture of the last, this, including this one, 3. Which, shame on me, because you're supposed to send her a picture. And she puts them all into a slideshow. So I used, this is my main color. And I used this is scraps from a tote I made from Look at the Draw. And this color also, this is Sugar and Cream, this is Peaches and Cream. This was also in that same tote. And then this is Peaches and Cream, and this is the variegated that I used. This one is called Energetic Pink. And the coral color, I'm like, oh, they match really well. They match so well you can hardly tell them apart. And the pink, so there's a dark pink, and then that coral color in white, and a lighter pink. But so when I first picked out I picked out these 2 yarns, and I'm like, oh, they match so good. The coral color in the variegated is the exact same color as the coral color, even though this is Sugar and Cream and this Peaches and Cream. Like, it's the exact same color. And I'm like, oh, that would be so awesome. Until I started doing it, and you can't hardly tell the difference at the bottom, or you can't hardly tell the difference in the variegated, where the coral color stops and the variegated starts in this section down here, because this is the coral, and then this is the variegated. But the first row of double crochet, you can't see that it's the variegated. It's not until you get to the single crochet part that you can tell that that's a different yarn, and it doesn't look like it's a different yarn. So anyway, then I didn't realize when I first started picking out the colors, I thought there was only 2, but there was the 3rd color. So I'm like, I got to get a 3rd color that you can see the difference in. So that's where I went to the light pink. You can tell better here. That's where I went to the light pink, because the lighter pink in the variegated is not the same as this color. So the corals kind of make it all look like it's the same yarn, but there are 2 different yarns there. Anyway, I liked it. It was easy to do. I think I added an extra row in here. I think I did, because there were supposed to be 24 rows and I had 26, but if I had ended early, my ends would have been different. They wouldn't have been so matchy. So I ended there and said, okay, that's it. That's what's going on. So that's my 2 makes that I completed. So yay, finished objects are always good. Now what am I doing with this poor yarn? I'm unraveling it here. Making a mess, that's what you're doing. Don't do that. So anyway, we got to figure this thing out. We're just going to do it like that. Good enough. It's going to be a tangled mess the next time I use this pink. I don't have enough clippy clips to clip it together. It's just going to go in my basket. It'll be fine. So I need to watch Laura. And I know she went, for the funeral. I don't know if she put out a video. I didn't watch, because I might be a week behind again. I I don't know. Since I've retired, my days kind of blend together, and I don't know what day it is, and um, like the weeks will blend together, so I don't know if this was due last Wednesday or if it's due that's coming up. I'm either several days behind or I'm a couple of days early. I'm hoping I'm a couple of days early, but I'm not sure. So we'll see. So that's what I have for you now. My Luck of the Draw is done. I showed that to you. I've got that put away. And I now have nothing, the blanket with the hearts on it. I need to watch that tutorial and go to row 2. That would be my next crochet project to work on and finish. I've only just started it, and I'm not real into it. I don't know why. Maybe if I, get that second row on there, I'll be more into it. But at this point, I'm like, I don't think I like the green that I used. But it's the green, it's the basic green color. I don't know, I have to pull it out and see what I need to do. And I do want to make more gloves. So, and those are quick and easy. So I might just work on those and put off that blanket a little bit more. But anyway, that's where I am. This is an easy pattern to follow. I mean, once you, like, I wrote notes and took notes, and then I just followed the pattern that way. It doesn't take up that much yarn, and I used a 3-weight just because I thought it would have the stitch definition better than a 4-weight yarn. And I really love it, and I think it turned out really cute. So I'm happy with my makes this week, and now I have to look for, work on that blanket or start another new project. Not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll let you know in the next crochet video. I do have a couple of not crochet videos, of travel videos to make. I just haven't had the time to do it, to sit down and figure it out. But I will do it as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, all those things. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.